From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the real zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another conversation with Trent and his wonderful friends. We got to go with it tonight. I've been taking off some, we've been taking off here the last couple of weeks here, last several weeks. Honestly, really need a break. We're going at it pretty hard, We got to go with tonight. We'll be talking about what happened to the child advocacy, man. What happened to looking out for the children? What happened to adults really looking out for the kids? Got a couple of things on my mind. Let's bring Coach Dee in as we talk about this Epstein thing, among other things. 1 second. Hey, what's going on with you?
Hey there, how are you?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I will warn you, the two cats are in the room. So if you see them pop up, don't be yeah, Selena is somewhere around. Ruby just jumped down for a second. So
all good. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I lost my dear uncle last week, so I wasn't here. Just
so
need
sorry
to take a break.
That. Yeah. Totally get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, he was my favorite uncle. He gave one of my cousins my first name as a middle name, so I was his favorite.
Right. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. So we've been sitting on this topic here for quite some time, talking about where's all the advocating for kids going on. With everything that's going on with this Epstein list and these Epstein accusers and whatnot, everybody's more focused on the predators. Mm-hmm. It's quite disturbing, man. Quite disturbing.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. People say, "Oh, there's no client list, there's no Epstein list." How did everybody get to the island? They flew.
Exactly.
The one thing all pilots are required to do is they have to do the route and flight log of how many souls they have on board.
That's right.
In case something happens, they need to know how many people are there. So, people, I hate to say it, but it gives all the red flags of some being in a cult.
Exactly.
Right? Where the leader can do no wrong, and no matter what, you will do all the mental gymnastics there is possible. Right?
Exactly.
Like I get a kick out of it. Why didn't the Democrats release it? I'm like, because there were court cases occurring. Does everybody forget Maxime, who's now been moved to a minimum security facility?
Yeah, they moved to Texas. Isn't that strange that she meet with the deputy AG and then the following week she's moved to a minimum security facility, which is important to know that they don't even accept child offenders over there.
No.
Straight white collar crimes.
She made some deals. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
People talk about, they're just allegations. I'm like, Michael Jackson just had allegations. Y'all called him a pedophile.
Exactly.
Right. So, and there's names. Like there are women who have came forward, and if we listen to the women, we don't need lists.
But here's the thing. What bothers me? We have to protect who? Who you protecting? Your first thought should be protecting the victims, first of all. Yeah. That's your first thought. But who are you protecting? From what? A predator is a scum of the earth. Protect them for what?
We like to think that we're better than other countries. That what happens in other countries doesn't happen here. Like you just got to look at the marriage rules for marriage to see what happens here. Right?
Exactly.
Everybody's like, oh, we don't have child marriage. I'm like, there's 4 states that don't have a minimum age for marriage unless you if your parents and the judge agree to it. Like, no limit. Think about that.
Exactly. So, my question for the viewers, man, my question for the viewers have we gone all the way down that rabbit hole to where we don't even call a spade and we're not protecting kids? That's very disturbing. Well, you could look past a predator just because you guys share the same ideology as far as political views and all this other stuff. A predator is a predator, man. I don't care if he's purple, green, black, or whatever.
Yeah. So here's the thing here's the thing that I don't know if it amuses me because I'm just like, I'm so cynical about it now. Like, right. People are upset that he said that Epstein stole his 16-year-old masseuse. First of all, what is the 16-year-old doing as a masseuse? Second of all, they're upset. He said he got rid of him because he stole employees, not because he was a pedophile with young girls, because he stole employees. Like, just think about that for a second.
There's nothing normal about this stuff, man. And what the way it's coming across now, like we've become immune to this as a society. Like, who's gonna protect these kids, man? Nobody's even thinking about the kids. They're worried about the list. I wouldn't give a damn about the list. Let's just get on with it.
Yeah.
Who's gonna protect these kids?
It's not even both. So here's the thing: we know there is video.
Exactly.
Epstein taped everything. We all watch as the FBI brought out boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of evidence.
Exactly.
Right? Like, and other people, and if you read the comments, you'll get absolutely sickened by people, because people will blame the girls who were groomed instead of the grown men. Well, what was she doing working as a masseuse? I'm like, you know what? You are a pedophile yourself then. If that's how you think, if you're going to blame the victim, then that's like the old saying: if one Nazi's sitting at a table and 9 other people are sitting with them, there's 10 Nazis sitting at a table.
Exactly.
If you condone it and you're complicit in it, you're just as bad.
Let's be clear, though. Federal investigators have indicated over 1,000 victims. I can only imagine how many
that they
more
know
there
of.
is. Exactly.
Well, just think,
go ahead.
There's 1,000 just with Epstein and his group. So each of those individual people, that was not the first time they've done that.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I forget what. Let me Google right quick. There is a number of how many children get molested before a pedophile usually gets caught, and I think it's like 50 or 100 or something. I'll look it up. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And then people like, oh, they're fast girls. I'm like, you know what? Stop sexualizing children.
Exactly.
Right? We see it in the Black community all the time. Oh, that hairstyle's grown. I'm like, no, it's not. They're 4. If you're looking at it 4 sexually, you there's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
Right?
Hold on one
like
second. Let's say hi. Slash. What up, Slash?
Pull the comments. Hey, Slash. ODB said Wu-Tang was for the kids. Who's Wu-Tang? What do you mean ODB?
Old dirty bastard from the Wu-Tang Club.
Oh, okay. I know who that is. I was like, ODB. Yeah. I'm like, listen, man. And there was so much stuff. That's like people talk about the government setting up P. Diddy because he was going to buy stuff. I'm like, P. Diddy's been dirty for ages. Exactly. I remember distinctly an interview years ago on MTV when 2 rappers said that they leave Diddy's parties because they don't want to be there for what happens.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember who it is, but I will find the interview. Like they said on MTV. Like everybody's known.
You know,
and you know how everybody's known? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, do you know how you know everybody's known? Because when P. Diddy became a billionaire, nobody celebrated it because we don't celebrate evil
at all. But I have a problem with nobody wants to say the quiet part out loud when we talk about these pedophiles.
Say it out loud, sir.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? My whole point is, like, you have to start looking at yourself, man. If you're supporting a person like that, what does that say about your moral compass? What does that actually say about your thoughts on kids? And do you have daughters? Do you have daughters? You're supporting something like this. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
What does that say about your moral compass? I think as a society, man, we really are sick, completely sick. Well, we so worried about, oh, we got to protect who? Who you protecting? What about the victims?
Listen, here's the thing that people don't want to hear. The median age is 9 years old. 1 out of every 4 and 1 out of every 6 girls, right? Nearly 70% is children
Right.
under 17.
Right.
And 85% never report it because they're not believed or whatever, right?
Exactly.
50% of all victims of forcible sodomy, sexual assault with an object, and forcible fondling are children under 12.
Let's be clear. We're just gonna say the quiet part out loud. As far as women and kids, man, are the most unprotected people on the planet.
Yeah.
Period.
And if you every time go to say to your mouth to tell your child to get dressed because Uncle somebody's coming over and to change your clothes,
something wrong with that.
Uncle somebody shouldn't be coming over, or cousin somebody, or your friend or somebody.
Exactly.
Right? We need to stop protecting them. Like how many families have touchy-feely uncles? I'm like, they're not touchy-feely, they're a pedophile. Get it right.
Exactly.
Like,
just call it
people get upset. Like, listen, people get upset because I call them out. I'm like, I was at a friend's house and she's like, her daughter's wearing t-shirt and shorts, like normal, like she just came from soccer practice, so they were soccer shorts. Right. They were covered everything, good enough to play soccer in, right? She's like, you need to go change because your Uncle James is coming over. And I looked at her, I said, maybe Uncle James shouldn't be coming over if she can't wear the same clothes she wore on the soccer field. And she just looked at me, she goes, you don't know. I'm like, I know that ain't right. I know that. So Uncle James came over and I looked at him. I'm like, why do people, and I asked him straight up, I'm like, well, why do people have their daughters get changed when you come over? And he's like, oh, well, you know, back in the day I got, I'm like, oh, so you're a pedophile. No, back in the day.
Just call it for what it is. It is what it is.
So she stopped talking to me. We're no longer friends anymore. But every now and then I see Uncle James and I'm like, exactly. I need to call the cops.
So let's talk about the initial indictment. 3 alleged victims. Alleged. I love this word when they use it. Alleged. Nah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Or underage women. It's kids.
It's kids.
Yeah.
12 and 13-year-old girls, man. Those are kids.
I was trying to remember what the name. 1 second, let me pull it up, because there was one lady just killed herself a couple years ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
She's at least 25 since the 70s, and that's not even the ones, all of them. I'm trying to remember what her name is, because she was the same one who was caught with, who Andrew got caught with, Prince Andrew.
Yeah, that's the one that actually killed herself.
Yeah,
that's the one that killed herself.
And he's been liable for years.
Exactly. Let's talk about this. If the victims wasn't really victims, they wouldn't have a compensation fund. As of August 2021, a victim compensation fund had been paid over $120 million to $150 million. If there's no victims, where the money going?
Listen,
why was there a fund set up?
It's easy to say there's no victims.
Exactly.
Who was it? I'm trying to remember. Katie Johnson. Yeah, I found her. Right. Jane Doe, a.k.a. County Johnson, 1994. Lawsuit filed June 2016. Refiled October 16th. She was 13.
Well, let me ask you a question, man. Why people are so afraid to speak on a pedophile? Why do you think people are so reluctant to, oh, that's none of my business? What you mean that's none of your business? That's a child.
Mm.
Why are people so afraid to speak on a predator?
It depends on who the person is. Like, do they have power? Do they have money? Like that's why Trump and Epstein, like Epstein, anybody remember that sweet deal he got back in 2006?
Yeah.
Who's that prosecutor now? What's that prosecutor doing?
He used to work for Trump. He used to be in the first administration.
He's in the second administration.
Oh, he's there now again?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like they appointed Lawrence Taylor to the president's fitness competition, whatever thing. I forget.
I saw that foolishness.
And he's like, I don't even know why I'm here or what we do. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, that was a great example. Bringing him in, that's a great example. Anybody know his backstory? Come on, man.
That's because his friends all do the same things he does. Like, birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it appalling. I find it that it's quite interesting that people do not like to say the quiet part out loud.
Mm.
I call a spade a spade. A pedophile is a predator. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're the lowest of the scum when you're touching kids. Period. Yeah. And you don't get a second chance with me.
No, me neither. And here's the thing. It's sorry, they're fighting out in the hallway. So here's the thing. People forget that if you're complacent, that means that you're in agreement with whatever they're doing. If you're not saying anything. If you're hiding it, right? That's like people like we go back and talk about the school segregation. They're like, oh, but I wasn't yelling at kids in the thing. I'm like, you weren't sitting in the classroom with them either, were you?
Exactly.
Well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you had the opportunity. You could have been sharing the classroom with them, but you didn't. Why is that?
That's right.
Why didn't you stop your friend from yelling and throwing things at a 5-year-old kindergartner?
So right? If you're sitting around, if you're sitting around and you won't say anything, you won't speak to a predator or people who are preying on kids, you're part of that problem, man. You're part of that problem. And my question to you is, why won't you say anything? Why won't you protect that child?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That child needs a voice.
Yeah.
We need to advocate for these kids, period. Male and female. I mean, it's just the kids. Call it for what it is.
Here's the difference. Yeah. This is the biggest difference I have with Canada and the United States. Is that Canada, we live in community with other people, right? Whereas here it's all about individuality. But individuality doesn't work within a community.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't work. Like the whole me. The only reason we don't have healthcare and we don't have all the other stuff that all the other developed nations with money have is because people don't want people they think don't deserve it to get the same stuff they do.
Exactly.
The only reason. That's why you see, if you look at the missing child, you'll see the pretty blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl missing child posters all over the place. And meanwhile, there's a dozen Black or Native or Spanish kids who have gone missing. Like those girls that were kept in
with no publicity.
Cleveland.
With no publicity at all.
Yeah. Those three, what was her name? Barry. The 3 girls that were found in that
over
house
in Ohio.
over
in Ohio. Yeah.
And they're like, she told everybody the name. They're like, oh, and people are like, we didn't think they were still alive. I'm like, it's because you didn't bother looking.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's people write off kids.
This topic has been bothering me for the past month. I wanted to talk about this topic so bad because that's the lowest of the earth. Is a man who preys on a kid. Or woman.
And women too. There's women.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there's women. Prey on kids, man.
Before anybody comes after a slash. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I get a kick at people like, I tell people like churches are the biggest thing. It was like only Catholic churches. I'm like, I can show you a whole list of some good Protestant, Pentecostal, and Baptist pastors have been doing some stuff too.
Some
Remember Bishop Long? Good old Eddie. Right? There's no reason pastors sending pictures.
I call them Rem Lowdown.
Listen, there's so much going on that people like to ignore and pretend it's not happening.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. But if we looked at it and
that's the problem. When we look past, we just look past it.
Dude, people voted for people to cut food in school for kids.
Right.
Like what kind of, and then like, well, we're a Christian nation. We're gonna have Bibles. I'm like, well, you can't have a Bible in church and you can't even feed children.
Exactly.
Right. None of the, I don't think they have the book of Matthew in their Bibles, to be honest. Double check because they missed the big ones in there. They're definitely not reading the red lettering. Definitely not reading the red lettering.
That's right.
Virginia Guthrie, thank you. Slam Blondie was the AG in Florida rider, part of Trump Arena. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Yeah. And we are not the beacon. We are not the city on the hill. We are not the beacon. We are nothing. We are a third world. What was it? Somebody said we're a third world country with a Gucci belt.
That's exactly who we are.
Right? Like our health care is abysmal. We pay through the tooth for it, and it's abysmal. We have some of the highest health care in the world. We pay more for our military than most of our allies combined, right?
Right.
And we're not like we send money to countries that have universal health care when we don't even have it ourselves.
That's interesting.
Like,
but everybody loves that facade, though, man. Everybody loves that facade.
Listen, people like to say that they're helping the children, but when it comes down to it, they're not, because if they were helping the children, they would have food for kids. They would have health care. They would have, there's all this stuff that they could provide for kids to ensure they stay safe. Exactly. Right? And if kids say that they're being molested, they investigate it. Right? Instead of taking some adult's word for it.
I mean, that's just the lowest of the low.
They're not
the lowest of the low.
They are not treated well in prison. So my uncles, God love them. My Canadian family, they're white. They are rednecks. They're a Canadian version of rednecks. Love them to death with their pickup trucks and their country music. But boy, when both my uncles went to jail. My white family members went to jail, not my black family members, just so everybody knows, just in case anybody's wondering. and they were telling me, like, went to visit it once, and there was this guy there who's all bandaged up, and they were telling me he likes little kids, so they make sure he doesn't touch any little kids.
Oh yeah, they get at him in prison, man. They definitely.
Yeah, that guy, he didn't survive. They killed him.
Yeah, they get at him. As they should have. As they should.
You know what? It is, and then people are like, so that's why I was talking to a friend, and she's like, my boyfriend doesn't like me have any hair whatsoever. I'm like, that's creepy. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, he likes women who are only 5'1", small waisted, small busted, and no hair.
Weird.
I'm like, I don't know about you, but I'm like, ding, 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 all kinds of red lights going off there.
Red flag. Exactly.
So it's, protect the kids at all costs.
We have, as a society, man, we really have to start truly looking at ourselves when we support these type of things, man. So support the people who do that. I don't care how much money they have. Oh, yeah. You're still a scumbag if you're touching a kid. You're still a scumbag.
Look at all the stuff that came out about what happened on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
On Area Grande show?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, he's still a scumbag. I don't care how much money you have. You're touching a kid, you're still a scumbag.
It's easier to be a scumbag with more money. Yeah. To be honest, because people get paid off.
Yeah, it's true.
Like when you look at the numbers and you look at what's happening and you look at how kids are trafficked, it's sick. Right? Like child pornography, like, it's just gross, man. I used to do some volunteer work, and you can't do that for long.
Right.
Because it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. Like there's
here's the thing though. Everyone knows it's happening, but they just don't say anything about it.
Yeah.
It's so taboo to talk about it. That's crazy to me.
Well, people like say it's not my business.
To call people to the carpet.
Yeah. People like it's not my business. People will see women beaten on the street and not say nothing because it's not their business.
Yeah, they built a little different.
So, it's if and I one person got upset with me. She was like, well, Dee, if something happened to you and Xavier was in a room and he had to choose between a room of white men and a room of drag queens, where would you want him to go? I'm like, the room of drag queens? I know his ass is safe in there and they will protect him.
And I get that.
And you know what? And people are like, and that's why people say to yell mom. If something happening instead of fire or rape, yell mom. Because women will look, it'll get people's attention.
Exactly.
I've seen lots of creepy people out there. I used to go to parks with Xavier every day and keep an eye out for the person that doesn't have any kids with them sitting at the playground.
Right.
Like, why are you sitting at the playground with your phone out, obviously taking pictures?
Exactly.
And like I see them, I go and stand in front of them, and they're like, you're in my way. I'm like, you don't have any kids here. What am I in way of?
But and let's get back to this list real quick. But they're saying that we got to protect the people who's on the list.
No.
What about the victims? What about the victims? What about protecting the victims?
The only person that needs to be protected is the people who were hurt, and those are the victims.
Exactly.
Anybody else? If you're not afraid of anything, then come out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right? Say who you are. Like he was told in May his name was on the list. Everybody knows his name was on the list.
Everybody knew. And honestly, though, to me, in my opinion, I think it was his organization. Yeah, he was there with Jeffrey, but I believe he had his fair share with that.
Oh, there's a lot more going on there.
Jeffrey wasn't doing that by himself.
No.
Jeffrey's background didn't speak money. So how did he acquire all that money? Think about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? This guy was like a low-level teacher. Where did he get all this money from? So he wasn't doing that by himself. He was not doing that alone.
Listen, man, everybody knows he was selling girls. Everybody. And boys.
Exactly.
It was a worst-kept secret. Everybody was talking about it. Right? And everybody knew Trump had young girls at Mar-a-Lago. Like 16-year-old masseuse at a spa. Come on.
Exactly. What scumbag would get off on that, dude? A 16-year-old kid building them up. Hands not even all the way developed yet. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
It's the same. Listen, these are the same guys who talk about men are men and women should be submissive. It's the same guys.
Yeah.
Because it's control. It's all about control.
Yeah.
So, sadly, if you know about it and you're not saying anything, then you're protecting them.
You're part of the problem.
Right?
You're definitely part of the problem.
Like if somebody comes to you and tells you this has happened, believe them. Believe the victims. And people are like, oh, Dee, people lie. I'm like, people lie in like 0.1%.
And let me ask you something, though. Like when these girls go to the parents or the mother or whoever and say that they've been touched, why is it the first thing that they say is, that's not true? Could they be possibly have been victims themselves?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Remember, 1 in 4.
Yeah.
1 in 4. And here's the thing. I was at a conference, and it was split about 50-50 men and women, right? And we were talking about trauma and trauma responses in parenting. Mm-hmm. And the guy asked, how many women have been assaulted or know somebody's been assaulted? And every single woman has raised their hand.
Wow.
Then he asked the men, he goes, how many of you men know somebody who's assaulted somebody? Not a single person raised their hand. And that is a statistical impossibility.
Wow.
It's not possible to have 200 men in a room and not one of them knows somebody who's assaulted somebody.
That's true. That's right. You're right about that.
Right?
The math is not math.
I know somebody who's a friend of a friend who was charged with rape and is in jail.
Right.
Right? I don't know them personally, but I know them of a friend of a friend. So, and it's just, it's, we got to do better.
Yeah.
We got to do better for our children. Like, what's happening right now is utter ridiculousness.
Exactly.
It's like, these abortion laws, it's not about abortion. It's about control. Plain and simple. It's all about control. Women have now died because doctors refuse to assist them because they're afraid of getting charged if they help.
Right.
Right? Like we had one of the committees had, and the senator asked, with an ectopic pregnancy, can they just put it in the right place? I'm like, these.
I'm glad you brought that up. Here in Louisiana, they have a case right now. 9-year-old girl was molested, sexually assaulted. She got pregnant. They're forcing her to have the kid. 9 years old.
It's utter ridiculousness.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me and listen to me clear. 9 years old, a kid was sexually assaulted.
Yeah, and she'll have to have a C-section because her body's not big enough for.
It's not big enough to even pass a kid.
Yeah.
We have gone so far down a rabbit hole as a society, as human beings. Till it's ridiculous, man.
Listen, I was talking to a friend. I just found out that her boyfriend just got a job with ICE. Mm-hmm. He applied specifically because he's a Trumper and he wanted to get rid of those illegals. I'm like, dude, your wife is from Colombia.
Straight idiot.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you could be deporting her if she gets a ticket. Well, she's a citizen. I'm like, yeah, but he's talking about denaturalization of citizenships. He's like, we wouldn't do that. I'm like, that's all right, but because you're the good German who's just taking orders, right? Exactly. That's what they did in 1939. They're just taking orders.
They're offering these fools $50,000 for signing on.
Oh yeah.
That's a dog whistle, though, right? It's a dog whistle.
Everybody in the world sees exactly what's happening here, exactly. And we have no moral high ground for anything. Moral high ground
at all.
Right? And people are like, well, Dee, they're invading the country. I'm like, no. One thing that people are really good at with the media here is fear. Really good at it. So much so that Fox News is not even actually a news station. They're an entertainment station. They had to say that in court.
Are we talking about the same people when they say they're invading? Are we talking about the same people who helped all those people in the flood? They crossed the border to help them out when Texas was flooding.
Yeah, those same.
We're talking about them same people, right?
Listen, they're talking about people who came from parts of Mexico back to Texas where their family had lived for hundreds of years. Talking about they need to go back, and like the border moved around them. Exactly. Like they were here, but
exactly.
It's and people are like, well, you're an immigrant. I'm like, actually, I have to immigrate because of the racist immigration system we had. But my family were slaves, so don't talk to me about I'm an immigrant. Right? Exactly. My family's blood fed this country on their backs. So yeah, whatever. People like to forget that. Well, slavery was so long ago.
They also like to forget that we were here already. So,
listen. Then we talk about HOAs, which were started to keep people out. They're talking about, well, how come Black communities aren't like white communities? Because that community that they're building in Arkansas, right? Somebody goes, Dee, what do you think of that community, that only white community in Arkansas? I'm like, build a fence and gate it up. How many? Have at her. Enjoy yourself. Have the whole state if you want. And they're like, you don't care? I'm like, all the power to them. That's where I know where they all are at. They can all live there in joy and bliss.
Exactly. You do know that they're not the sharpest knives in the drawer.
Listen, man, when your family tree goes straight across, there's not much you can do. Listen. It's hard to be the superior race if you can't go out in the sun. Figure that one out. Like, come on.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
I got in an argument with somebody the other day, and he's like, well, we got guns. I'm like, sir, you're in Gravy Train 6. I spent 18 years in the Army. I could take you out without even you knowing where I'm at.
Exactly.
By the time you figured it out, it'd be too late. I'm like, who are you chasing down?
There's people crazy.
As bad as I am with my bad leg, I can still probably outgun you.
Slash says, let's see what Slash talking about.
Got to take it back to Julius Caesar's day. Generics are continuously passing laws to be with kids. Oh yeah. Listen, man.
There's Slash saying the quiet part out loud.
You know what? It's not hard to see who people are, right?
Right.
The more somebody denies or defends a behavior, the more likely they're doing that behavior.
Exactly.
Like Shakespeare said, me think he doth protest too much. Right? Remember, Grindr crashed during the Republican National Convention.
That's true.
So, you don't got to say much to figure that one out.
That's true. That's true.
Like, people, like, what is this?
That is so true. Hey, speaking of Slash, I want to promote tomorrow's show. We got a new topic coming up tomorrow on Prime Time. We're talking about love versus survival. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Slash and myself. Let me play this real quick, and we'll be right back, folks.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to a special conversation. That's right, with Prime Talk. Conversations in prime time with none other than DJ Slash. That's right, folks. We'll be on tomorrow at 7 talking about, is this love or survival? With myself and Slash, DJ Slash. We come through dropping these podcasts on Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays. It depends. But tomorrow we'll be doing it at 7. Is this love or survival? Good stuff, man. Real good stuff. Real good stuff. Yeah, but man, I wanted to come through and talk about this a bit because, nobody's really talking about the real issue here. Nobody's really talking about the pedophile. Nobody's talking about the predator. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about that, man. That's one thing I despise are predators. Men and women who prey on kids. I hate that.
There's so many people with sex convictions at the White House. It should be declared child-free zone.
Exactly.
I have nothing to say other than, there's lots of good people out there doing good work trying to stop it. They're trying to, they take pictures and try to identify hotel rooms. Right. And unfortunately, it does take some time to get enough evidence to get all these people away, but we got to stop putting these people in jail and stop giving them slaps on the wrist.
Exactly. And
Right.
start giving them a pass. I mean, it is what it is. Call a spade a spade.
There's people getting life for weed, and there's rapists walking free after 6 to 7 months.
That's right.
Like, come on. Let's think about that for a minute. But, you know, it's our system is protecting who was designed to protect.
Exactly.
Right? It wasn't designed to protect the average guy on the street. It wasn't designed to protect the poor person. Right? Justice is supposed to be blind, but she's not.
Exactly. But we have to start, man. I mean, it is what it is. You know, if you know somebody, I'm more than sure you know somebody who is a sex offender, you got to call it for what it is. Yeah. If your uncle's a scumbag, he's a scumbag. If your auntie's a scumbag, she's a scumbag. Yeah. Dealing with kids. We have to normalize calling them for who they are.
Yeah.
You know, preying on a kid, man, is a no-no. A serious no-no.
Yeah, and if it's 2 16-year-olds, they're not sex offenders. Like, make it make sense. That's right. They are quicker to label 2 16-year-olds who are, of course, not consensual because neither of them are of age. But exactly. But you know, there needs to be specific rules about specific things.
Yeah, but you know they're protected, so you know it is what it is.
You know what? Money here covers everything. You got money, you're good.
Which is a sad
money might not buy happiness, but it'll buy you justice, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a bar.
Mm.
That is a bar. That is a bar. That is a bar. But we're not gonna stay with you guys long at all. We want to get in because we've been a minute since we've been on. Mm-hmm. Wanted to get one in for the week was out, so we're going into the.
What you want to talk about next week?
Let's talk politics, man. I've been on this politics for a minute. I mean, you know, staying quiet, and that's just not the way to go, man. We can't be quiet about it.
Yeah,
we're constantly losing our rights. We're constantly losing our rights, and nobody's speaking up because they're afraid to speak up. You know, but hey, man, somebody got to say it. Somebody got to talk about it.
Well, listen,
there's a ton of people that are misinformed.
These tariffs are going to hit because. So here's the thing: people are like, oh, the tariffs aren't hitting yet. I'm like, yeah, because most of these companies stocked up their warehouses.
Let me tell you something.
Right? Once those warehouses start emptying out, those prices are going up.
Let me tell you something. I was in a store yesterday with Brandy. The little shopping, grocery shopping. 2 avocados. Mm-hmm. 2 avocados. $3.
Mm-hmm.
Who does those? Who actually picks the avocados, ladies and gentlemen?
Listen, they thought we were going to go back in the fields.
Exactly.
I was on one of my friends like, Dee, you got to go on X. I'm like, I'm not going on X. That's a cesspool of it's Stormfront light, basically. And people thought us black folks who weren't working, because none of us work, it seems, we're gonna go out in the fields. I'm like, please, I'm not going to any field. I got a job. I'm white collar.
Exactly.
I'm not going.
Yeah, man. Two avocados, 2 nice size avocados, $3.
Yeah. Was it Procter & Gamble just announced that they're going to raise prices by like 25%?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's going up, man.
Because the businesses are taking hits, man, and people don't realize that. The businesses are taking hits, and they're going to pass that on to us, to the consumer. Mm-hmm. This shit is getting real. This shit is getting super real, man. This is not a game. This is not a game. You need to know, if you don't know economics, you need to get a crash course in it, because this shit is super real.
Oh, just wait till Christmas and people realize where all those toys are coming from.
Exactly.
So, you know, but I have rebranded. So I have started up a new Instagram, new TikTok page called Softest Revolution.
Good stuff.
So it's all about, I'll be doing videos and like courses and stuff like that. I have all my courses linked to my stand shop and everything. Just because I talked to a business advisor, and pretty sad. The business advisor like, you got to go faceless, Dee. I'm like, why? He goes, because you're black. And I'm like,
You got a point.
He's like,
Point.
I'm like, I'll be very honest with you. Your stuff is good, but people aren't going to touch it because you're a black woman. So you need to go under the radar and go faceless. So I rebranded. So I still have my Facebook, my website up, but I'm building another website.
Right.
That'll have a blog and everything. But my Instagram page is up. I'll start posting stuff. It's warming up now because there's a technique to getting your page set up.
Right.
Listen, man, this stuff is crazy. What you got to do in order to avoid getting shut down and everything.
Exactly. So, hey man, it is what it is.
This week I'm talking about boundaries.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a real good one. That's a real good one. So I'm back. I took a break. I'm back on tomorrow with Flash and on Thursday with Catherine over in France. So, but I had to take a break. To be honest with you, I was exhausted, man. And I know Dee was exhausted as well because we've been pushing this content out continuously. So we needed that break. We definitely needed that break. So I'll be back on Monday at 7 with Slash. And then on Thursday at the 7 o'clock hour in the States, at the 14 hour over in France. So good stuff, man. Real good stuff. We'll be talking about inflammatory on Thursday on the nutrition edition of Conversation. We're talking about, anti-inflammatory. So it should be a real good one. Yeah, it's a real good one. A lot of people don't realize, man, when you're inflamed, it attracts all types of bugs. So got to keep that information down, man. Got to keep that information down.
Oh, yeah. I had. Did you see my post where I made the fig leaf syrup and some fig leaf tea?
I did.
That tea was good.
It was real good.
It's coconut and vanilla, but you can't let it sit. Like you can only make like a cup at a time because it gets bitter.
Right.
If you leave it. But it was really delicious. I made some fig leaf syrup. That stuff is good.
Was it potent? It was real potent.
What's that?
Was it good? Potent.
Yeah, it was like the tea tasted kind of like a green tea, but had like a coconut vanilla flavor to it. But then I added my fig leaf syrup to it, which has even a stronger coconut vanilla, and it was delicious.
Right. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. And fig leaves lower your blood sugars. They boost your metabolism.
Right.
Lots of vitamins in it, stuff like that.
Works on the immune system.
Yeah. Slash says, "Nah, not we. Some without morals and values." And then he said, "The Nina Pinta children are go along, get along for the made-up race theory for which they believe they have privilege. See a fool, use a fool. Watu wiapu. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know what that last part is. But yeah, you're right. And here's the thing: people talk about neo-Nazis and white nationalists. Do you know who the bigger upholders of all that is?
Say it ain't so.
White women.
Say it ain't so.
Listen, 53% of them voted for Trump. 53%. I was in the Pantsuit Nation. I'm like, y'all got to talk to your sisters and your aunties and your mothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the number? Did you hear the number? Dee, repeat it to the people in the back who did not hear it. 53%, you said?
They know. They act like they don't know. How many times you see them like, oh, I don't know what I got to do. I got to eat dinner with my Trumper uncle. I'm like, don't have dinner with them.
Exactly.
Ostracize them for their beliefs because that's what you're supposed to do with people who are intolerant. You don't tolerate the intolerance.
Exactly.
So but you know what? It is. Thank God I have cats to lower my blood pressure because I can't watch the news. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but this politics next week will be real fun, man, because, as always, a ton of people are not informed. I know you're gonna stay up on it.
Yeah.
I constantly stay on it. And
that stupid plane.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? They actually voted. They tried to vote for him to keep the plane when he leaves. It's going to cost us $1 billion because we got to strip that. It's a beautiful plane. It's a gorgeous plane. I've seen the inside. It's beautiful, but we got to take all that out because for security. Exactly. Put all the security in, and then when it gets decommissioned, take it all out again. Like,
talk about Doge. Talk about taxpayer money.
Listen, I keep hoping that he'll piss Musk off so much that Musk will just start singing like a canary.
Oh, it's coming.
Just waiting, like, dude.
I truly believe it's gonna come. It's coming. It's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. I can't wait. It's definitely gonna come. Definitely gonna come.
He's making too much money off him. He's got to keep him good because he's making lots of money off him.
Exactly. But they're reporting that he's probably gonna be the first trillionaire.
Oh really?
Yeah. That was in Forbes. That was in Forbes last week, I believe. They're reporting that he's probably gonna be the first trillionaire.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. It is what it is. Maybe he'll go on a sub sometime. But it's ridiculousness. Like we're the precipice of a horrible new America.
Yep.
Right, and there's no looking back. There is no going back now. We have to move forward and fight our way through it. But
just be ready for these midterms, ladies and gentlemen. Be ready for these midterms, man. We gotta combat that. So
listen, he's already won the midterms. Remember, he said you don't have to vote again. He said that.
It's gonna be a fight, though. We're gonna fight to the finish.
Listen, here's what it is. My thing just dimmed, so I'm gonna check see how much I have left. Oh my gosh. I'm at 30%. I'm good. I'm good for a little bit.
That's cool. That's cool.
But yeah,
so we'll talk politics on next Sunday. We'll talk politics. Keep these folks informed. Maybe we'll touch on our folks will talk about these tariffs. Oh, we're winning with these tariffs. No, you're not. Oh, did you see? Look what they did with Canada. Canada could shut the lights off at any minute for Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. Oh, yeah. Should I go on?
And Canada made plenty of deals with other countries. They don't.
Absolutely.
They're like, you're closer. It's easier, but it is what it is.
Absolutely.
And remember, it's like we may be quiet, but you don't want to get in a fight with us.
They really don't want to do that.
We've never lost a war. The only reason the British won over the French is because we didn't want to, and you're not taught this, is because we didn't want to do the same thing that you guys were doing.
Interesting.
Listen, we weren't burning towns down and raping and pillaging.
And did you see what he threatened India? Stop buying oil from Russia. It was like, yeah, okay. Sure.
I'm like, please piss off Putin. Please.
Exactly.
Like he is not the nice guy you think he is. The guy was the head of the KGB for a reason.
Right.
It's not because he was sweet. He's not known for his niceness. Right?
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, we should have a good one on next Sunday, man. We'll talk politics and we'll focus on tariffs and all that stuff.
Yeah. But hey, if there's a show you guys want to watch, Jasmine Crockett and Midas are together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got an email today for it. 1 second here.
dude's Midas is number 1 on YouTube right now.
Yeah. Jasmine Crockett and Midas are live in Arizona tonight. Midas Touch YouTube channel starting at 5:30 Pacific time.
When is that, today?
Yeah. So it's Chris Murphy, Elizabeth Warren, Maxwell Frost, Yasmin Azari, Jasmine Crockett.
So yeah, good one. I'm about to check that out.
So I followed him. I'm on Substack because that's where the thinkers are now.
Exactly. Substack is where it's at, man. Substack is where it's at.
Yeah. So if you're looking for the thinkers, go to Substack and Blue Sky. Blue Sky still has the numbskulls, but Substack is where is mostly thinkers, because they come back when somebody is an idiot. They come back with facts, and that person usually runs and hides.
Exactly. And Substack is very informative information, man. So I would recommend that for everybody to download Substack and join, man. Join, because there's a plethora of information constantly. I'm talking about constantly. My phone is constantly going off with updated information, breaking news, and all that stuff. So Substack is the place to be, man. Give it a try.
I love it.
We'll be back
because I talk about it so much.
Exactly. So we'll be back. We'll be back Sunday, man. We'll be talking politics next Sunday. I'll be on again with Slash in prime time tomorrow. We'll be talking about, is this love or surviving? And on Thursday with Coach Catherine nutritious Coach Catherine we'll be talking information on Thursday at the 7 o'clock hour here in the States. That's AM. And at the 14 hour over in Paris, France. So good stuff, man. You want to close out, Dee?
Yeah. Check out my Instagram page, Softest Revolution, Growth Made Simple. There's going to be lots of courses on there in easy bits so that you can get it. But thank you so much for listening, for watching, for commenting. We love you all across the world. So peace out. Stay epic.
There it is. Talk to you guys soon.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedy Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.